Today on the channel, things get phenomenal with AJ Styles Ultimate Edition.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got the phenomenal one himself. We've got AJ Styles. But for all your AJ Styles, AEW, and WWE wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal, folks. But AJ Styles making his debut in the Ultimate Edition line. And AJ Styles is no stranger from the Mattel lines, be it Basics and Showdowns and Elites. You guys get the point. We've had a lot of AJ Styles, but it's been a little quiet, a little bit dormant on the AJ front. So very cool to get him here in the Ultimate Edition. And this one, by looks alone, looking at the package, I really like the looks of this one, as AJ is one of my favorite performers in the WWE currently, so I'm very happy to get this one. But we're going to do this review like we do all the reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's look at the old packaging on old AJ. Got that shoebox style packaging we're used to on the Ultimate Editions here. We got two extra heads with AJ, we got all the extra hands, we got some shirts going on, and we got the vest. Love the blue and white. The blue and white gear always pops. Looking really good. And very interesting, you got kind of the windswept hair look. So we've seen that with Edge. We've seen that with Roman Reigns in the past. They're kind of having these action heads in the Ultimate line for more newer talent, or I guess I should say current talent is probably the better word there to use. But very interesting they don't use that for some of the Legends ones, the Macho Mans of the world, things like that. So interesting dynamic. I am not the biggest fan of those, as we talked about in the Edge review and Roman. We'll see how this AJ nets out here when we get him out of the package. We got the Ultimate Edition logo down low there. There's AJ looking very stoic right there, looking just very, very interesting. And you got the WWE logo at the top. AJ Styles on the side, and then the back of the package. Always love the backs on these. You got the tail of the tape, you got the blur, but you got the figure glamour shot, and then you got the regular glamour shot. And I always like that a whole lot. Let's see what it says about AJ Styles here. Height 5'11", from Gainesville, Georgia. Oh, beautiful this time of year. Finisher, the phenomenal forearm, career highlight WWE champion. How phenomenal is AJ Styles? Well, 6 months after debuting at the Royal Rumble 2016, he won his first WWE Championship. His second WWE Championship reign lasted 371 days. Absolutely insanity. I just don't even remember. I can't even. It's weird, modern wrestling. It's just kind of so immediate, and then you kind of forget about it. And maybe that's just me being an older fan. Going back to the days of the WrestleMania 4, 5, 6. Look at me. I'm like an old man waving my cane. We watch those pay-per-views. You watch those shows repeatedly. I guess you had more time as a kid, and you remember a lot of stuff. You remember classic reigns. Remember, for the longest time up to the Attitude Era, I could tell you every champion in order. That's all changed, and now I remember AJ being champion, but I don't remember him lasting 371 days as a champion. So it's amazing what happens with time. Time. It's one of the great mysteries of life, really. He's captured title after title and proves each and every time he steps into the ring that he's earned the nickname the Phenomenal One. So good for old AJ Styles there, and I'm all about this one. And I like AJ a heck of a lot more in the WWE than I did in TNA, which is very interesting. And I guess our last AJ figure was in the Legends line, of course, the Target exclusive. On the side right here, it says, "This is the house that AJ Styles built." So very interesting. A little fun fact here. Somebody can correct this if I'm wrong. Somebody fact check this. But AJ Styles actually built my house. Yes, he did. He was just a young whippersnapper at the time, just getting into TNA a little bit, and said, you know what, I'm going to build houses on the side. He came up. He built my whole street. Yes, AJ did. Somebody fact check that if you want to. On this side, it says, "I'm phenomenal." And yes, yes I am. Yes I am. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison time. AJ Styles here. There it is. Look at all those hands. Look at those shirts. Look at that vest. Look at those heads. Just look at it. Just drink it in. Drink it in. Pull AJ out here. No twist ties on him. No lockdown, anything like that. So I'm okay with that being there. We got hands, and a lot of reuse in this pack, and we see a lot of reuse, of course, as we do know. We're using some of the same hands here with AJ Styles that we've seen in the past. The heads, I believe, are going to be different, so that's always nice. See you later. See you later up high. goodbye. But we're going to break this down. We're going to look at the accessories first, and then we're going to go from there and take a look at the heads, and the rest will write itself. It always does. But let's look at these hands first. So he's got 2 gripping hands right out of the package, so he's ready to be kind of middle of the road. He's got gripping hands there. But we do get extra hands with him, and I'm happy to report old AJ, he's got the Fist of Fury. Got 2 fists here. Always got to have some fists. So we do got those. And then we got the open hands, the high five hands, the splayed out hands, whatever you want to call them. Very cool. We should be able to do the hand pose he always does with the ultimate articulation here, so I do like that. Love the blue gloves, love the white against it. Like I said, blue is probably my favorite color. This is a very sharp outfit here for AJ. I really do like this one. This one really, really does pop. It could be time almost on the channel to do a top 5 or possibly a top 10 AJ style figures of all time. He's got a lot going, especially back to the Jax days with all those. A lot of people forget about those figures, of course. Then we get down to a few other things. He does got very interesting. I believe this is the first take we've had of this from Mattel. But we got the plastic vest going on here. We've seen these vests in the past. But we got his hood. And usually the hood is also plastic, but this time the hood is soft goods. So a nice different twist on an old favorite, I guess we'll call it at this point. But it does classy it up a little bit. It does make it a little bit nicer. It does look really, really good. It is your pretty typical vest for the most part. You got the studs on it. You got some of the silver highlights. You got some of the AJ Styles logos, the big one on the back. You even got some of the Japanese writing there for him. But looking really, really nice. I do like this a whole lot, and we'll have a ton of glamour shots in this as we usually do. And then you do get a soft goods shirt here, and it says Phenomenal Forever, P1 right there. Nice blue color to match the whole motif here for AJ Styles, but looking really nice. Of course, you got the Velcro in the back. Now, we've seen the Ultimate line kind of be all over the place. We've seen Stone Cold Steve Austin where you put him on like a regular t-shirt. This one's old school Velcro. I don't know how they make the decisions what is going to be what, but this works for me. I actually do prefer the Velcro over the ones that go on like regular shirts. I could be in the minority there, but that's what I prefer. That's what I prefer. Now let's look at AJ Styles, and let's start with these heads. Let's knock through these heads, then we'll look at the body and the articulation here. And the head on this AJ, it's a haircut you could set your watch to. You really could set your watch to this. Almost very similar, and a lot of people say, oh, Kyle, anybody ever tell you look like The Big Show? Anybody ever tell you look like Paul White? Anybody ever tell you look like AJ Styles? Anybody ever tell you look like Wish's version of AJ Styles? Well, yes, they have, so for those keeping track at home, about every single day in the comments of my videos. But a very good hairdo on AJ. Like I said, you could set your watch to this hairdo. I have no problems with this hairdo. It does look pretty good here. And he's got that crazy part on the side. It's just a natural thing. Some of us have it. Some have that natural part down the middle. AJ's got it on the side there, and he's got a nice beard. I can't complain. I can't complain about this at all. So he does look like AJ. I think you hand this head to anybody, say, who is this? They're going to tell you all day long it's AJ Styles. Good paint apps here. Just, you can't beat this. This is a very, very good head. Now we get to these other heads here. What's the second one? Not a ton of extra meat on the bone for AJ Styles. It almost looks like he just pulled an Elvis and just lifted his lip just a little bit. And that's about the only difference I really see between here. I guess his eyes maybe are a little bit more open, but not a ton of differences here. I would have liked to have seen a screaming head. I guess we probably got that right here. No, we don't. So I would have preferred probably a screaming head, or at least a mouth open head here, or a full-on smile head here instead of a smirk. It'd just make it as different as possible, like I say. But you got the same hairdo kind of going on. Of course, that makes all sense. You got to get the most out of those molds, but it does look good still. It definitely is AJ Styles. Somebody hands you this, you're going to know who it is. And now the most interesting, most controversial, I'm not sure what you would call this head exactly, but great for figure photographers, great for people playing, doing that kind of stuff, but very, very interesting. It looks like me when I get out of the shower every single morning and I try to take care of this and get this all, it's always knotted up, and maybe I need some more conditioner, who knows. But it looks absolutely wild there, but of course you're supposed to, you know, have him in mid-flight, taking a leap off the top rope, something like that, and that would be what this hair represents. So you guys that love, or gals too, that love action shots for your photography, playability, you probably enjoy this. For me, I always feel it looks weird because you guys see how I put my figures back there. They're standing like they're in high school graduation. So the head like this looks a little bit strange, at least to me. But I like it that it is there, and you do have options. So keeps you guessing with Mattel with some of these options. Now we dive into old AJ. We talked about the head. Of course, head's going to be removable, head side to side, arms all the way around. Of course, you got the butterfly shoulders there, giving you a little bit more range of motion, of course. You got the bicep cut, got to have that. The double jointed pinless elbows. He's playing the phenomenal hits here today. And then you get the hands back and forth, side to side, hands removable. You do have a black elbow pad, and then you got the wristband, which are removable. You take the hands off. Be careful, you don't want those falling out, but it does say Styles on this one right here. Got the big hula hoop at the top. Got to have that hula hoop. Got the waist articulation looking good. He can do those big old AJ Styles splits. You know he's doing the splits on a daily basis. And then you do got the drop down hips for old AJ. That looks really nice as well. Thigh cut right at the top, and then you got the double jointed knees. Holy cow, are those ever tight? And what do you know? They look to be pinless there. We're playing some hits here. They're playing it. They're tuning up the band, playing all the hits. And then he does have, of course, the blue and white knee pad on here. You got Phenomenal 1 on the kick pads down there, looking really nice. Of course, you got the boot cut. Ankles back and forth, side to side. A little bit more range of movement on this guy's ankles than some of the other ones we've had in the past. It's just a little bit freer, maybe, than some of the other ones. Oh, we also got the McFarlane toe articulation, which is a must-have in the Ultimates as well. So very, very good looking. You got AJ Styles with his tattoo on his side there. Got all the dates there. What is that? 5/03/05. Where was I? 5/3/05. What was I up to? What was I doing? I was probably at work. Same thing. 2/14/07. He had a kid on Valentine's Day. Oh, a little package of love is what that was. And then you got 9/15/09. No idea. I guess I was about, I don't know. I don't know what I was up to. It's hard to line up these dates. Then you got 10/08/14, and I don't know what that extra writing is off to the side. It's just like a little, is it a butterfly or something, I think, or maybe it's a little bow tie, because wasn't his last one a daughter or something? In my rack of my brain, maybe that's what that exemplifies there. But definitely iconic for AJ. A lot of head scratchers when he got this tattoo way back in the day, I remember. But it's funny, because as time goes on, time marches on, time stops for no one. This tattoo has become very iconic for AJ Styles, much like Cody Rhodes and his tattoo. A lot of us scratched our head when he got that, but now a lot of people, you identify that with Cody Rhodes after all this time. So very interesting how a tattoo can really change somebody up. And when you think of AJ Styles back to his WCW TNA time, he's come a heck of a long way. Looks a whole lot different. Acts a lot different, I guess, honestly. I did forget to mention on the side of the pants, you got the P1, and then you also have the Japanese writing. Not sure exactly what that says. I'm not sure. Somebody can fill me in if they really want to. And then he has the Styles on both of the wristbands. We didn't talk about this one, but he does have that. And you got the painted on kind of forearm sweatband there as well. So a lot of details to this, AJ, and I really do like this one a whole lot. This is a very good one. Say what you want about this. Not something I'm going to use, but with extra heads here, I like the inclusion of this as something a little bit different. I guess my only gripe I really have for this figure as far as an Ultimate Edition is I would have liked to seen a little bit more varied face between the two, and that's a pretty small nitpick here. So this is a very, very good figure. I feel like at the end of the year when we do our top 10 Ultimates of 2023, I gotta think he's gonna have a seat on the table here. I guess I would have liked to seen a little chest hair, maybe real chest hair Jack style. Wouldn't that have been something? But maybe a little chest hair on AJ would have looked good, but that might be a small gripe at this point. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Look at that. He fits perfectly on a Mattel stand. Gotta say, I like it a whole lot. And then my previous favorite AJ Styles, I think, gun to my head, as I always say, would be Elite Series 66. I love the blue color on that one as well. So a very good one. I did replace the Polly Pocket jacket with a soft goods jacket, or I should say shirt, not so much a jacket. But I did really like this one. But I gotta think this is probably my new favorite AJ Styles figure. I might have to do the math a little bit. I might have to check it once or twice. But this is a very, very solid one, and I'm very, very happy we got him finally in the Ultimate line here today. So very good AJ Styles, highly recommended this one. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? Do you highly recommend this one? Are you picking this one up? And the million-dollar question, how do you feel about this head? Are you all in on this? Are you going to display him with this head? I could see some people doing finishing move style, the old Jax line. They like their finishing move style figures, and that's what this kind of reminds me of a little bit. So I can see some people liking this. I guess you let me know where you feel. To me, I'm okay with it being in here because we get the other heads. But if this is the only head, I wouldn't have been a very big fan of this pack. But with two extra heads, it works okay for me. But like I said, you tell me your thoughts on this AJ Styles figure. Don't forget to like this video. You made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day. And for early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&As, giveaways, you name it, a lot going on over on the Patreon channel. Your best way to support the channel and all of its content, link in the description below. A lot of cool stuff coming up on the Patreon later on this year, so stay tuned for that as well. Don't forget about ProWrestlingTees.com. You can also support the channel by picking up a t-shirt, and then don't forget to follow along and hit me up over there on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the phenomenal one, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.